Hi guys. Hey, hope that promo video didn't blow your brains out and wasn't too loud for you. Sorry about that. I forgot to adjust the sound. Anyway, hope you guys are doing super great on this marvelous Monday and super happy that you're joining me. Just want to talk a little bit about step parenting and blended families and if they're driving you crazy or not. So that's what we're talking about tonight. As you're hopping on, give me a hi. Let me know you're there. And if you're on the replay, thank you for being on the replay. Give me a hashtag after party. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Hold on. I'm adjusting. Hold on. Adjustment. Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. I was stepping on a cord. Wasn't very good. And actually, I'm not sure I can even do this. Okay. So anyway, guys, as we're doing this, I know, sorry, Instagram peeps. I'm messing you up, aren't I? Okay, we're going to see if we can do this real quick. Hold on, guys. Sorry, it's always an adjustment. There's always something in it. Okay, so everyone there on Periscope, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, hi. All right, let's get rolling. I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm Celia Kibler, family empowerment coach, and I'm here to help parents with kids of all ages to really grasp some great common sense strategies, techniques, and different kinds of tips that you can put into place so that you can really feel empowered and you can turn around and empower your kids. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about being with stepkids and feeling less than empowered. I have been step parenting. I've been a step parent, so to speak. I like to just say a parent, but technically, in the technical sense for this discussion, I've been a step parent for 25 years now. And I have successfully run a blended family. I have 5 children, 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, and I have 8 wonderful grandchildren. Now, I don't say this to brag and say that everything's perfect. Absolutely not, guys. In our family, we, of course, had ups and downs. We got along. We didn't get along. Kids didn't want to talk. They didn't want to talk. Whatever the situation was, it was never peaches and cream. Shouldn't say it was never. It was not always the perfect blended family, and I don't ever mean to indicate that. Parenting is hard, guys. It's just plain hard. So I want to tell you guys a little bit about some of the bumps in the road that we went through so that you don't feel so alone. First of all, I know it's very challenging as a step parent to kind of discipline those kids that are under your care without feeling that you're overstepping their natural parent. So whether you're the mom or the dad and you're living in a family where your kids are living with you or they're visiting, I don't want to feel like, if you discipline those children, are you overstepping your bounds? And some people feel like that's the fact. So I want you to, first of all, before you even get into this kind of a major relationship, where maybe you've decided to move in together, you're going to live together, you're going to get married, whatever that scenario is, you need to discuss this. This is super important. The parenting of your own children is one thing and super important for you to discuss between you and whoever is the other parent. But the parenting of stepchildren gives one more big challenge in the mix because honestly, you are now parenting somebody else's children. They are not your kids. They are someone else's kids. And you may be hitting boundaries that they don't feel comfortable you hitting. They may not want you chiming in on the discipline and care of their kids. So you have to be discussing all this. In my family, we talked about it. We knew that if those kids were under my roof, they were all going to have the same responsibilities. There needed to be the same respect, the same language, the same values. All of these things remained the same regardless of who your natural born parents were. We were a family and we were going to operate like a family. And we took some serious tips into effect to make it a success. Talking to each other was a big thing, a really big thing, and knowing what was going on. And knowing that there was respect. When my 3 sons, when various ones want to come live with us, they of course could, but they had to understand that my household was a little different than their mother's household. We both ran houses differently, good or bad. But if they were living under my roof, we had a meeting and they were to understand that it went by my rules, not their mom's rules anymore, because they were living with me. Now, not every family runs it that way. That's how we ran it. And we were very successful that way. And nobody felt like they were special or they were being treated differently because they all had the same responsibilities to the house. They had the same chores. They had the same fun. They all got included. Nobody was, unincluded. Hi, Em. I can't see who it is. What's next? Are we going to start mixing our spoons, knives, and forks together? Oh, yes. Clearly, that's what we're going to do. Really blended. Cats and dogs, So, we decided that we were going to form this family and we were going to be a family. And it wasn't going to really judge over who was like the chief parent. We were going to parent together, and my husband, their dad, and me, my kid's mom, we're going to parent on the same page. That's what's truly important. And whatever your decision is, whether you're going to be the disciplined person, you're not going to be the disciplined person, whatever it is, you want to make sure that it's something you both agree on before you blend this family. And you want to make sure that this blended family is agreed upon by the kids in this blended family. You want kids talking to each other. You don't want, oh, this is this family and this is our family. You don't want it divided. You want it so that you guys are communicating together. And with these meetings that we had, we were able to run a successful blended family where everybody was on board with the goals we were trying to meet and the goals we were trying to reach. Now, it doesn't mean everything was perfect. When my stepsons had drug issues, there was jail involved, things go wrong, and sometimes you feel like a complete failure. And that's life, guys. You want your children to know that there are failures and there are successes and there are disappointments and there are great things that happen. And we're all part of that because we're all human. You can always make new kids. You can't fall in love again. Get rid of the kids and start fresh. What if you didn't do that in the first place? Hi, Acacia. And now you want to. It's never too late. It is never too late to do that, Acacia. Absolutely. You can start anytime. You can say, you know what, guys, we're going to have a family meeting. And talk about how it just doesn't seem like it's working so great. So we're going to take everybody's input and we're going to work this so that it's working well for everyone and with everyone. It is never too late. That's the thing. People think, okay, my kids are grown up. They're teenagers. What's done is done. Absolutely not. Guys, it is never too late to put your energy where it needs to be for your kids. Never. I don't care if your child is 17 years old, 18 years old. It's never too late to make a better life for all of you. And when you sit down with this family, make sure you give everyone input. You don't want to kind of run this meeting like you're the commander-in-chief and they're your peeps, No, everybody gets input. Whatever you're trying to resolve, whether it's the, responsibilities of the house, or it's, how you're going to parent, or it's who's going to do consequences and things like that. Everyone gets input. 98% of blended families, not true. Not true. Not true at all. Hi, Courtney. How are you? Absolutely not true. That comment is 100% not true. I can tell you that. So there are issues. There are always issues with blended families. But the point is, if you work together as a family to make your family work, don't be concerned with what's going on in the other house of the ex, because honestly, you have no control over that. You can talk to them. You can make, say, okay, we're going to do things like this. Once they get to that house, you have no control over what they're going to do. And a lot of times they will do things in spite of you because, emotions get in the way. Glad you're doing well, Courtney. Glad you're doing well. So, Courtney, is your family blended? Acacia, I'm guessing yours is just by your comment. It's hard, guys. It's not the easiest thing ever, but if you get on board with each other and you talk, and you and the other parent are on board with what's going to go on, who's going to do the discipline, who's going to, monitor schoolwork and all the responsibilities that a parent has and a child has, who's going to do that, it will make it go much better. Let me give you an example, which I was just thinking of and it left my mind. Hold on, I have to think. Well, pop into my mind. Who's doing so? Oh, okay. Sorry, it's totally gone, guys. Senior moment, I have no idea. I don't have a clue where I was going with that. But it'll come back to me. I'm sure it'll come back to me. The thing is, you have to decide. In my house, I did most of the stuff. Like if any of the kids that lived with us got in an issue with school, I went to the school. I had more of a flexible schedule. I was self-employed. I was able to do more flexible things. So I did that part of the parenting, regardless of whether it was my natural born child or my stepchild. That's what I did. Kind of you guess. Yes. Is it you that's a part of it, or you and your partner, or whoever's the other parent? So I took on that responsibility, and my husband had no problem with it. And when he needed to be there, of course, he was there. And, as far as, discipline, we both kind of did it. If there was a problem with my husband's children and they just weren't listening, I turned it over to my husband. If there was a problem with my kids and they weren't listening, I took care of that. We had the problem with religion. We had 2 religions. We agreed that we would celebrate all the holidays. Woohoo, everybody loved it. We celebrated a million holidays. Everybody wanted to be adopted by us. So you have to agree on this. The best way, just like I hope that when you went to get divorced or you went to separate, you talk to your kids about it. Guys, you have to talk to your children. And if you're not sure how to talk to your children, let me tell you before I forget, tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we're going to have a masterclass on the single most important way to make all this happen for all of you, no matter what the age of your children are. This is a technique that will benefit you for years to come as your kids grow, as they become teenagers, to give them the knowledge that, hey, this is where they belong. This family is my people. We're going to teach you, learn respect. We'll learn how to communicate peacefully. My boyfriend has 9 kids by blood, and he counts mine as his. and I have 3, so that's 12 kids, but his 9 kids are all grown. Wow, Courtney, I had no idea. Oh, but they're all grown. So you've got the 3 living with you. That's why I didn't know, because they're all grown. So do they come in and help you? I mean, is it all like, do they come and help their younger siblings, I hope? Because a lot of times older kids like that. I just came from my grandchildren's house, and my 2 grandsons just got a new little brother. Now, technically, it's a half brother, but we don't call them half brothers or step brothers. We just call them brothers. And it's their brother, and they love him dearly. And now they are living with this new little baby. Now, they're not, the oldest is 12, and the youngest is 7, and then we got the baby. So, that's what they're learning to, deal with this new little baby, but it's their brother. So it depends totally how you want it to happen. It depends totally if you want it to be separate or you want it to be one family. I am hugely in favor of the one family concept, like Courtney's doing. Hugely in favor of that. In my eyes, the less you divide, the more unified your family will be. If you force the division will only grow wider and wider. That's my opinion. And I've been at this step family thing for, like I said, 25 years. So my opinion's pretty good, I think. But people have different opinions. I can't speak so well, right? But really, guys, you have to do what's best. And through these meetings that you have, that's where you're going to accomplish a lot of this communication, a lot of this family bonding, a lot of this family respect. And guys, if you're not planning on being at that masterclass tomorrow night at 8 p.m., it's going to be live on Zoom. You can ask questions. You can get answers. We can talk about whatever relates that you need to. It can be this in relation to blended families, in relation to standard family, whatever works for you. But I really cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to be at this masterclass. If you grasp this technique, it will benefit you, your kids, and your family for a lifetime. I'm telling you, you'll give them the tradition that they can pass on to their kids. There is one of the most important tools you can incorporate. If you want to sign up, go to pumpedupparenting.com under the masterclasses and look for family meetings and sign up there. You can send me a direct message. You can put, hi Vasquez, J. I don't know what your J stands for. How are you? You can put your email in the comments. However you want to reach out. If you're not in Pumped Up Parenting on Facebook, by all means, go on Facebook and go into Pumped Up Parenting. I think it would be great for you to be part of this support group. And we do a lot of trainings in there as well. So jump on there. If you want to be in the masterclass at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, send me a message. I'm telling you, I just can't tell you enough how important this technique is for your family and getting everyone on the same page. And if you've got people moving into the teenage years, this is not just important. In my eyes, it is an absolute. If you don't want to lose the kids as they turn into teenagers, you need to start incorporating this right now and never stop. Okay, guys, so go to pumpedupparenting.com, sign up for the masterclass, or send me a direct message, a messenger, or you can reach out at Celia at CeliaKibler.com. However you want to do it, or just put your email in the comments and I'll send you information. I hope this helped with blended families. And if you have more questions, let me know. I'm going to talk more about blended families as we go through the week. I'll be live Tomorrow night, I'm not going to be live because we have our masterclass at 8 o'clock. And if you want to be on, be on. I would really think it's important. It's live. It's awesome. I hope you join us. But Friday night, I'll be on again at 7:30 and throughout the week on the web. Okay? So, guys, thank you for joining me. I know 20 minutes of your time is super duper valuable, especially this time of night. I wish you guys peace, love, tons of laughter. It really is the best medicine. And I'm telling you, you can achieve that day after day after day. Reach out to me if you need anything. That's what I'm here for. And you guys make it a great night. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.